This film shows some simple ways of adapting normal equipment to suit the individual needs of children handicapped by cerebral palsy. The children in the nursery unit at Carlson House are getting ready for their school day. Strong leather patches reinforce Paul's clothes and protect his knees. He is encouraged to crawl as a preparation for walking. His boots are fitted with steel toe caps, otherwise they would look like this in a few days. Here are some of the older children in the nursery unit. The tray is held firmly to the tabletop with an ordinary bulldog clip. Gail finds it hard to control her hand movements, so her number work would be easily upset if the tray could move about. The number pegs are easy for her to grasp. They are made from cotton reels. These tables are easy to adapt for a number of purposes. A simple clamp prevents the drawing paper from shifting. Rachel would not be able to hold the paper firmly with her affected right hand. A large spring clip is used to steady the color matching tray. The color cylinders are a suitable size for Joanna to grasp easily, which means that she can work successfully. The color cylinders are made from round doweling, cut into lengths and enameled. The number pegs, which you saw Gail using, are made like this. The back edge of each table is removable, so that two can be put together to make a larger one suitable for group activities. Sheet rubber matting can be purchased cheaply in odd sizes and cut to the shape of the tables. Inexpensive plastic mats turned back to front make good washable pinafores. Clay modeling helps the children in the nursery unit to use their affected hands. Gail cannot drink by herself unless the beaker and straw are firmly supported. This ordinary chair has been adapted by the school carpenter so that Janet can sit correctly. Her work is protected by a transparent cover and held in position by a frame which fits snugly into the table. The legs are adjustable so that she will be able to use the same table throughout her school life. Janet is in the infants class at Carlson House School and is able to do simple number work. The large discs help her to count. They are rejects from a toy factory. She has to concentrate not only on her task, but also on controlling her lip movements and swallowing to prevent serious dribbling. The The numbers on the tops of the wooden pegs are those used by pattern makers. They are easily fixed and are very durable. Roy has remarkable persistence and determination. He has progressed from the simple number stage to more advanced arithmetic. He is still not able to use a pencil. The color key helps him to recognize the number he wants. Most of his work is done mentally, and he needs only to place down the answer on the board. William is able to read, but in spite of daily practice, he has great difficulty in controlling a pencil. He is trying to write his name, William. This board holds lettered pegs in regular position. Even with this help, William has great difficulty, but is able to do English exercises based on his reading. His hands are severely handicapped, but by placing trays on his left and right, he is encouraged to use both hands. He can answer such simple questions correctly and has the great satisfaction of being able to show his teacher work he's been able to do on his own. The whole unit stacks into a compact space. Maureen is another child who has difficulty in using a pencil. As she is able to read, her teachers thought she might be able to work better with a typewriter. She is unable to put sufficient pressure on the key, and her lack of control makes it difficult to aim straight, so that her typing is here very faint and inaccurate. This simple plywood frame made by the school carpenter is easily fitted to the keyboard. Maureen can now work much more successfully. The stick, fixed in the end of a cotton reel, makes it possible for her to rest her arm on the frame and give a positive action to the type key. Gerald uses a similar stick and frame, and he can type quite efficiently. Peter is in the senior class, but still has much difficulty with his writing. He also has found a typewriter gives him a means of expression. Wooden skis prevent involuntary action of his feet from interfering with the finer movements of his arms and hands. This stick is tipped with an ordinary office fingerstall, and with it he types extremely well. The same sort of stick is used by Robert to do quite difficult typing. In spite of severely affected hands, he has persevered until he has mastered the machine. Here he is doing arithmetic which needs careful spacing and alignment. This shows how accurate he can be. He uses the same technique for a new means of self-expression. He draws pictures with his typewriter. For a 9-year-old, he shows considerable skill and ingenuity. This is a man, a TV set, a house. John is a spastic paraplegic who has reached school certificate standard in some subjects. His hands are quite good, and he is demonstrating to Yvonne how to work this peculiar typewriter. This is an ancient model which has been rebuilt and adapted for a special need. Yvonne is an athetoid and very severely handicapped. This instrument has provided her with her only means of putting her thoughts on paper. She is far too uncontrolled to write or to use a normal keyboard typewriter. She would be unable to change sheets, so a large roll of paper has been fitted, making it possible for her to work unaided for a long time. Not very tidy, but it is legible. These ideas have been gradually developed at Carlson House so that groups of handicapped children can work independently at various tasks and gain satisfaction from keeping pace with others in the class who have different or less severe handicaps. The closing caption is typed by Robert.